Welcome to Cosmic Mirror Tarot. I am the Chariot, and this will be your timeless general read. So whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. And this will be for anyone with Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. Even Mars. Mars is the way we take action towards things. While I go ahead and shuffle for y'all, do want to let you know that I am doing a monthly and quarterly giveaway. The first giveaway will be announced on October 1st. In order to qualify for the giveaway, all you have to do is like and leave a comment below, and your comment can just be, I liked and I left a comment. It doesn't have to be anything too serious. And the winners will be announced on the 1st of the month. For those who do not win the monthly giveaway, you will be entered to win a quarterly giveaway of $250, and that will be announced middle of December. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll give it a couple more shuffles here. I will be doing a 5-card spread, so your past, present, future, divine influences, and what you don't see coming. We'll clarify as we go. And then at the very end, I will be doing ancestor messages. I plan on doing ancestor messages until the end of October, since the veil between our world and the ancestral world is thinning until, we all know, All Hallows Eve or Halloween. Alright, last shuffle. Okay, Pisces, so to start, your most recent past is the King of Cups. Present energy is the 3 of Wands. Future position is the 9 of Cups. Divine influence is the Ace of Swords. Love to see it. And what you don't see coming is the Prince of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands, the Moon. Listen, Death, and the Star. Wow, we'll get to that later. Okay, Pisces, so to start, overall, I feel like you're holding back your emotions from something, but not in a bad way. I'm getting more of a feeling of you centering yourself, choosing when and where to give your energy to. I say that because, you know, the King of Cups, he sits upon a concrete slab, and that's supposed to represent that he kind of has like 1 foot in the water, which are the emotions, and 1 foot on land, and so he is in control of his emotions, right? It's very much giving me, you know when and where to put your energy. You've kind of learned a lesson there. We'll do some clarifying to see. Your present position of the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is waiting for something. It could be, you know, the traditional definition is waiting for your ships to come in. It's another, they are showing me the water and the land piece on this. So there's something here, Pisces, about, I'm almost getting the Temperance and the Magician card I'm seeing in my mind, of you doing a little bit of alchemy between your emotions and your physical self, and you're waiting for something to grow. You do get wish fulfillment. This is your future position. The 9 of Cups is, but what's interesting to me is this is an overflow of emotions, right? So there's almost this battle, I feel, that you're trying to, yeah, to balance yourself out. You have, you know, Michael's Sword of Truth, or the Ace of Swords, as your divine influence. So this is victory. This is success. It's also all about, it's pinging off of this King of Cups. So I almost feel like part of what you were holding back may have been a truth from someone, or yourself. They're showing me the Moon card, which is at the bottom of your deck. You know what? Let's go ahead and start clarifying, because I'm just getting I'm getting a lot of water here. They're showing me all the blues and yellows. There's a contrast here between your emotions and your physical health. So let's see what else Spirit wants to tell us here. Your bottom of the deck of the 8 of Wands, the Moon, Death, and the Star. You know, I've been getting a lot. The moon has came up a lot for signs recently, and I think that's just because when I record this video, Neptune is in um, retrograde. And although Neptune is one of the faraway planets that have little um, like everyday effect on our lives, when it goes retrograde, especially this last half of the year, for me it's really heavy because I have Neptune in my first house, right? So I feel it a lot more than most people. But I also feel like with everything else that's going on in the world, you know, we have the Uranus and Taurus and the North Node um, kind of rubbing up against each other, and we have the nodes of fate with the, it's either the moon or our sun who keeps squaring the nodes of fate two days out the week recently. I think the reason why the moon has been showing up for a lot of cards is because um, we're slowly unraveling or peeling back the layers of the onions of ourselves and us as a society, right? And I get a lot of that here, like some sort of action you're taking that is uncovering some truths about yourself, Pisces. That's what the moon and the Ace of Swords are giving me, and they're energetically, they are pinging off of each other. So let's see. Spirit, can you give me something on this King of Cups? We have the Two of Wands, more waiting and decision-making energies. The Seven of Cups in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, I want to know, Spirit, what is this Ace of Swords? The Fool in reverse, Five of Cups reverse, and the Eight of Cups reverse. The Star again. Six of Cups reverse. Spirit, can you give me more about what this illusion was that Pisces, that's bringing about a truth for Pisces? Four of Cups. What is this illusion that they uncovered? Judgment reverse. Five of Pentacles reverse and the Seven of Pentacles reverse. What's interesting is you have the Fool reverse and Judgment reverse. That to me is maybe not the best decision making. It's stagnant energy. Judgment upright is an awakening, right? Especially a spiritual awakening. It's also kind of like the divine stepping in for something. The Fool reverse is, you know, or the Fool upright is taking a leap of faith. What's also interesting to me is there's all these overturned cup cards, which is, again, I think that's why you felt like you had to take control of your emotions here. I'm almost getting a sense here that this Queen of Swords that's in your past connected to you, right? Because the King of Cups is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This person is coming up in the upright, but they may have delivered the truth to you because the Queen of Swords is holding the Ace of Swords, which you also have here on the board. So you're getting like double Ace of Swords. So it's like double clarity. Whoever this person was, and it could be a judge, a jury, you know, for those who are dealing with someone maybe who was in prison. I don't get that, but for whatever reason, I get some sort of authority figure in your life who may have delivered some sort of truth to you that now, that remove the wool from your eyes. You feel like you can see clearly now. Clarifying the Three of Wands is the Eight of Swords reverse. I mean, you might just be dealing with someone in prison. The Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords sometimes gives me that. Knight of Pentacles reverse. The Seven of Swords. We got the Ace of Swords again. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm going to keep building this out and see what Spirit wants to communicate. What's interesting is you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse up here, but then in your what you don't see coming, it's in the upright. So whatever this truth is that you get, Ace of Swords again. Y'all have seen me shuffle. It just keeps it keeps coming up. I'm almost getting someone here who's traveling to find themselves. Spirit doesn't necessarily seem to want to communicate to me what the truth is, right? And that just may not be my business. And for each and every one of you, the truth could be different, right? But I'm getting here, definitely a truth was delivered. You had some sort of aha. Now, this could be a person giving you the truth, or it could just have been, you know, through meditation or in a dream, right? This Queen of Swords is giving me a person. But whatever this truth was, it got you out of your mind about something. It released you from your prison. Eight of Swords in the reverse. And in the past, it's almost like you had a realization about yourself. Maybe about how you were procrastinating on something, or why you procrastinate, why you're slow to move. You know, basically you had some sort of epiphany on what was holding you back, and this truth allowed you to, it basically put you in Seven of Swords energy, which is running away, right? But not running away in a bad sense. I don't get, the Seven of Swords doesn't feel like someone who, like, I'm not getting the lying, cheating feeling off of this Seven of Swords. I'm more getting someone having an aha moment about how they get in their own way. And so it's like, okay, now it's time for me to move in a different direction. That's what I'm getting off of this Seven of Swords. Like, and again, it's a lot of sword energy, which is what is also making me feel like, Pisces, whatever this truth was, it was more up here than it was, you know, drama. I'm getting very heavy someone who is on a spiritual path or had some sort of spiritual awakening. Clarifying the Nine of Cups. Remember, I was saying the thing about the Nine of Cups is it can be over-consuming, right? It's a lot of cups. It's heavy emotional energy. You had the King of Cups reversed and the Page of Wands reversed. And I feel like this is more of a warning, right? Be cognizant of the ways in which, Pisces, you may emotionally manipulate in order to get what you want. There's also something here about, because this Page of Wands reverse, which is generally bad news, is pinging off of this Ace of Wands. The Page of Wands in the upright is my adventure time girl. She's always down to go on an adventure. So I'm getting here someone who, I'm almost getting a sense of someone who sometimes can be way too hard on themselves. Like, yes, here's the thing. We all get in our own way, right? Like, I don't care. I don't care who you are. You can't, don't judge yourself too harshly, right? Especially when a major truth about yourself and the way that you block your own blessings comes up. It's almost like you don't know what you don't know, right? And so whatever kind of epiphany you had, I'm getting a sense here of our tendency is to maybe shut down or overly blame ourselves, or then, like, I'm almost getting someone who also participates in, like, escapism instead of in a means of, like, stuffing the emotions with all this water and all this cup here, and the Ace of Swords basically here 3 times, right, with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords in the upright twice. I feel like what Spirit wants you to know is that this epiphany that you had about the ways in which maybe you confuse yourself, or self delusions or something like that, or stand in your own way, was not meant to hurt you, Pisces. It was meant to propel you forward. What you don't see coming of the Ace of Wands, the Devil, and the Ace of Swords. First of all, there's three aces here, so this is something major in your life. I'm getting here someone who needs to tell the truth about their addictions and recognize that the pathway away from addictions is not fast. Okay? The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And this Devil is giving me addictions. It's very much giving me addictions. Now, whether that's drinking, because we have the Nine of Cups here, or some sort of substance abuse. Next to this Ace of Wands, it could also be sexual, like, maybe porn or something like that. I don't know. You know what your addictions are. But I'm getting a sense here of someone who had an epiphany of why the addiction exists in the first place, right? And is hoping and is trying to run away from that. And Spirit is letting you know, like, this is going to be a lifelong journey for you, Pisces. Healing that piece of you is going to take some time, so give yourself some grace. I say all of that also because what came also after your future position was Temperance, the Four of Swords reverse, and the World. Temperance is my patience card. Again, remember I said I was seeing Temperance, someone who's trying to balance out their emotional with their physical side, right? So also that's your subconscious with the external world. This is also representative of a hospital, or same with the Judgment card. Judgment and Temperance. Temperance is the nurse, Judgment is the hospital, right? The Four of Swords reverse is recovery for me, and the World in reverse, or the World upright, is completing a cycle. This is very clear to me that Spirit is letting you know that you need to have patience with yourself when it comes to whatever this addiction is, and that recovery is going to take some time. You're in the right space right now. That I have gone through AA myself. I will tell you, I think it's like step one is admitting that you actually have a problem, right? With the Ace of Swords here being 3 times, I think you finally have admitted to yourself, Pisces, that something is up, right? It's very clear to you that whatever this addiction is, or whatever this blockage was that represents the devil in your life, something toxic, right? You're finally admitting that to yourself. And don't rush recovery is basically what Temperance, Four of Swords in the reverse, and the World reverse is saying. Okay, your bottom of the deck of the Eight of Wands, the Moon, Death, and the Star. I feel like you're still not ready to share this aha moment you had about the toxicity in your life yet with others, with this Eight of Wands and the Moon. There may be one person in particular, it may be this Queen of Swords, I don't know. But Eight of Wands and the Moon is telling me you're trying to hide the message and your future actions from others. Here's the thing, especially if you're going into recovery, you're going to need a support group, okay? Not everybody needs to know your business, right? So it's not something that you necessarily have to jump off, Tom Cruise on the couch, jumping on the couch, letting everyone know what your business is. That's not necessary. But being Queen of Swords energy, and pick and choose who's going to be part of your tribe. You're going to need someone who's going to hold you accountable, right? And maybe in the beginning it's just between you and your sponsor, right? That's the only person who really needs to know. Everyone else can go F off, right? But I'm getting a sense here of someone who isn't necessarily ready to open up to everyone else around them about what's going on. And that's what the Eight of Wands and the Moon gives me. This Death and the Star. Death in the Star is all about major transformation and healing and hope, going through something, and for those who, to me, in my personal opinion, AA and Al-Anon were magic, like pure magic. Something about the process, the group therapy, the holding yourself accountable, the working the steps, right? It was very ritualistic for me, and um it helped me even on my spiritual journey, right? Because it gave, like, I had a set time. Like, I always went to Al-Anon on Mondays, and I went to AA 3 times a week, right? Like, that's what I'm getting off of this Death in the Star. There's something about the actual ritual of going through recovery that is going to bring you hope and propel you forward. The death to me is very, the Death in the Chariot, I kind of get the same vibes, right? Death is major transformation. The Chariot is like we're moving forward, but the Death is still on a horse. He's still moving, right? And on the card, there's the sun in the back, and that's supposed to represent hope, right? And the sun is a star, so you basically have the star here twice, which is hope and healing and abundance, right? After major transformation. So I feel like with this reading is really telling me, Pisces, is you are in a really good spot. You have had a major awakening around your behaviors, and it looks like you are ready to make that next step into your healing, um, and holding yourself accountable. Um, and I love it. I love it. I will say again, with all 3 aces here, um, expect. I'm almost getting a sense here of someone who's still a little afraid of, like, what is my life gonna look like? Here's the thing: it's gonna look completely different. Okay, there's no way around it. It has to, especially if you're dealing with addictions, right? It has to look different from the past, otherwise, you revert back. But it's not a bad different. I think we focus more on the, oh my god, now that I can't have another drink ever in my life, like, or whatever. Like, that is not what you should be focusing on. It's instead focus on each day, right? Like, I need to get through today, right? Sober and happy, and and every day isn't happiness. But what's interesting is it was probably around, for me, I would say it was probably around week 3 or 4, like about a month in, when I realized, like, what I considered making me happy in the past of doing all the stuff that I was doing didn't. It was cringe after after about a month of being clean, right? It's like that, the anxiety that I would get on my way to go, do stuff that I wasn't supposed to do, the way I would feel the next day, the trying to get through work hungover or sick, I did not miss that, like, and so I'm getting, and I feel like I had to communicate that, because for those of you who are scared that all the joy is going to be sucked out of your life, no, actually, you find joy in things that you missed while you were using, right? um yeah, Pisces, I love this for y'all. I really do. If you have any other questions, or you just want to talk about my journey, you can just email me. It's just cosmicmirrortarot@gmail. We can definitely chat it up. I can tell you about my experience. I had a beautiful experience. I do suggest, in addition to at some point, in addition to AA, you also do Al-Anon. Al-Anon is all about dealing with people who are kind of codependent personalities, and also have and are in relationships with an addict, right? That definitely helped me. So I highly suggest both of those organizations. And oh, we're gonna get some ancestor messages. Definitely want to get some ancestor messages for y'all, because that was pretty powerful. You guys are in a very powerful path right now. All right, so your ancestors have, listen, mineral and solidness. This is my grounding card. Getting grounded after getting clean was very, very important. Get your actual feet on the ground. That is always something that I tell people when they're like, how do I get grounded? Take your shoes and your socks off and put your feet on some dirt. Okay. Get one and centered and connected with our planet. That is a great spot to leap. Think the death card. I'm leaning into my healing and my transition, right? Air, breathe, breath is so important. Fire, passion. I feel like the breath card and the fire card, your ancestors want you to know that, this breath I'm getting, like, we know it's going to be hard. Just deep breath your way through it, right? Kind of like I hate exercising. It's not my thing. So when I'm, in a cycle class or stuff like that, and I want to get off my bike, I just, I watch my breath. I'm getting that very heavy off of this. Like, if you're nervous going into your first AA or NA class, breathe. Okay, just breathe your way through it. That may just help you, right? It's just monitoring your breath as you're sitting there. This fire and passion, I think your ancestors want to be clear. It's not like your life is going to be passionless after this. No, you will find, being sober, that you find passion in all kinds of things. There's no way that I could have started this channel with the person that I was when I was using, right? And this brings me so much joy and so much passion, right? I had so much more joy and passion to give to my job, to my friends, to, because I wasn't sick all the time. You feel me? And I think that's what your ancestors want to get across. Like, what's on the other side of getting sober is beautiful. Okay, it's nothing to be scared of. And just, plant your feet on the ground, practice your deep breathing, and have joy and passion for life, because this is awesome for you, Pisces. Alright, that's all that I have for you today. If this video resonated, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please, if you have any questions about my actual path for sobriety, or you just want to talk it out, email me. It's cosmicmirrortarot@gmail.com. And I will check back in with you guys next week. Alright, have a good day. Bye.